It's like me going, whoopsie.
Hi,
We
everyone.
can change it after the fact. Hi.
Yes, Peter.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. You need a scooch or something. You're off center.
No, I'm not.
Oh, welcome to another Monday night.
Technology.
Yay. All right.
More difficult to aim that thing in the corner, but
Yeah, well, we'll get there.
yeah. Hi.
Hi. What do you have to drink?
I have Bombastic Brewing's 5th anniversary barrel-aged Imperial Stout. It is ridiculous. I had a couple of options from Bombastic today, and I actually had several options today.
Yeah.
All of
Did they
which,
restock?
amusingly, were barrel-aged Imperial Stouts.
Nice.
But I went with this one.
It looks good.
Yeah, it's Bombastic does a really great job. I really love their work. And this one has been forgotten about in a bourbon barrel for a year. So that should be fantastic, but I'll be the judge of that.
Oh, it's your laptop.
Yeah, I wanted to leave your laptop so Wendy could draw if she needed to.
Okay.
But plugged everything into my laptop, said, sweet. Do I need to install Drive? Nope. But I mean, I could download and install. Nope.
Fine.
It just kind of all worked.
Your laptop can be good.
No, mine's. Plus, it's pretty. I got the new Start 11 in there.
Oh,
I went ahead and bought it because I was promised in a few weeks that the taskbar would be fixed.
Yes.
So I bought the multi-machine version too, so you can have a copy.
Good.
Yep.
Technology.
All
right, we're back to beer though.
That thing is just.
That is viscous.
It's like black velvet.
Woo.
That's beautiful there. Oof, that's almost darker than Singularity.
Yeah. I feel like it's thicker than Singularity.
It does seem thicker. It is definitely darker.
That is
Holy
beautiful.
Cow. That is rich and caramely and vanilla and bourbon and
all the things.
I would dare call that bombastic. That's phenomenal right there. Wow. They did a phenomenal job on that.
Wow.
That is rich and smooth.
There's a little bit of cherry in there.
Cherry, a little bit of toffee, caramel almost. Yeah. That's just,
Reminds me quite a bit of Gold Fever.
Little bit about Gold Fever.
Yeah.
That is smooth. I would recommend that all day long for sure.
All day.
All right. I'm going to sign us in as us because I don't trust. Oh, yeah. There's our thumbnail. Oh, we're live even.
Yeah. Okay.
We're actually quite live.
Sweet.
That's nice.
Okay, we're good then. Technology.
Yeah.
Is this going to be the technology episode where we just like keep referencing technology?
No, it seems to be working well. Look, there's one viewer. It's me.
Yay. All right, let's see what you got me.
I'm just watching it for the pretty woman.
Pineapple Rosé. Portland Cider Company. I haven't had anything from them for a while. Ooh, semi-sweet, 5.2.
I like that they have a little sliding scale on there showing you roughly where it lands.
Yeah, and you got to take it with a bit of grain of salt. A lot of how we taste things is so individual that even though this says semi-sweet, to my palate, it might be sweet, it might be dry, or sweeter or drier. So let's see, pineapples, pink hue from a splash of Northwest grown blueberries.
Yeah, it seemed cool.
All right.
I initially grabbed it because I thought it said pineapple rose.
Yeah.
But then I realized that the label was not representative of the can, and it's a pineapple rosé.
Yes.
So, whoopsie.
So a rosé is technically anything that has this pink hue to it.
And what does that come from?
Well, in this case, blueberries.
Oh.
A lot of rosés, as far as apple cider-based things go, come from red-fleshed apples. So these are apples that if you were to bite into it, instead of getting that white flesh that you're used to, it's a like pinky red kind of color.
I dare you to make a rosé and call it Pinky in the Brain.
That needs to go into our good ideas.
I think that needs to go into our good ideas. I'll make that happen real quick.
Oh, the pineapple really comes through on this.
Yeah?
Yeah. They definitely
is it good, or is it like
No, it's great. They definitely back sweetened with the pineapple because I'm not getting fermented pineapple. It's just like pineapple juice, which is really nice.
Nice. A rosé called Pinky
And the
Brain.
That was the best part of Animaniacs.
It really was the best part.
There we go.
I'm not surprised no viewers yet, but this is fine.
This is fine.
Can I try it?
Yes.
Smells fantastic. It definitely has that pineapple smell. That is one of the finest commercial pineapple ciders I've had other than yours.
Thanks.
I feel like most of them just kind of dump it in haphazardly or don't really care, or just kind of, throw in some powder that's supposed to be pineapple flavored. You like use real pineapples and it really comes across. I feel like these guys too.
Yeah.
I feel like this is really the real deal and it tastes amazing.
It's a fresh pineapple flavor.
I would recommend that one all day long. That's fantastic.
But it's delicate. It's not
in your face.
Yeah, like my gums aren't hurting from the acid.
Yeah, as the pineapple digests you straight away. Yeah.
Yes. Are my knees bugging your knees?
Yes, I have a thing where my knees can't be touched. I'm not going to apologize for my multitudinous psychological conditions.
It's okay. All right. Brewing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you didn't get a brew this week because you were contract working.
Mm-hmm.
But you did get to do something pretty cool last night.
I did. And I also brewed last week. And I got a ton of Raven Master made to go with my ton of ish that I already have. So I am slowly but surely catching up. But last night, I got to do some transferring. I got to fill up 2 bourbon oak barrels, one with Singularity and one with old books. And not just any old books, but a 20% old books.
Like,
it's outrageous.
Take it measured, not theoretically 20.
Yeah, like actually measured. This thing's ridiculous. 20% old books. And it is phenomenal. It's still really young yet, but it's already beautiful. And you throw that thing in a bourbon barrel and you leave it alone for 9 months at least, it's going to be unreal. So we'll see that thing about September-ish, give or take.
We're kind of hoping to take it to the Vista Stadium.
Kind of nothing. I am 100% taking a 60 of that to a Vista Stadium.
We got to see how it is, though.
If it's ready, which it will be, I'm taking that one to a Vista Stadium.
Yeah. That's our hope.
Yeah, it is. Oh, so I got to put those in barrels, and that was gorgeous. I'm also prepping for making more What the Dickens tomorrow. So we are...
Tomorrow?
Thursday. I said Thursday.
Thursday.
I said Thursday. I finished off, or we are on our last keg of that now, so I'm going to knock some more out. Should be absolutely fantastic.
Nice.
So I'm really excited to be using the new yeast on this one. It has, so far, everything I've used it on has become a very much truer version of itself.
Well, and you're using Maris Otter grain.
Yes, absolutely. So we brew stuff in the English, Irish, and Scottish styles. And over in that part of the world,
you do.
I do. And over in that part of the world, if you really want to be snotty and pretentious, what you use is Maris Otter grain. It's a style of grain that's it's very old. It's very high quality. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff. And so yes, it's pinky up grain. And if you use it over here, that's fantastic too. And it is what I started with. But it is a little hard to come by here for reasonable prices. It is reasonable considering the quality that you're getting, but when you try to factor in volume, you got to ask questions.
And when you're starting a business, it is
a little difficult when you're starting a business. So I had to go with some other equally as high quality grains, but it wasn't quite Maris Otter. But I just had the opportunity to finally switch back It is an American-made Maris Otter, not an English-made Maris Otter, but so far the samples have been unbelievable and really, really, really fantastic. So I will get to use that this go around along with that new yeast. It should be the finest what the dickens I've ever produced. I'm really looking forward to it.
Is it going to change the flavor profile like significantly?
No, it will be immediately recognizable as what the dickens, but it will be probably crisper. It will have a much cleaner profile. It will probably have a little bit warmer, almost caramel note to it. And so the brown sugar, you should really get that earthy tone. The grain, you should really get that caramel tone. And the hops, you should really get that bitterness with just a touch of floral thrown in there. Everything should be brighter and cleaner. It's almost like you wipe the fog off a mirror or something like that.
Kind of the difference between like standard definition TV and 4K.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, I'd say this is the 4K
or
version.
High def.
This is a 4K version of what the dickens here. So this is going to be an exciting one. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
That's pretty much it for the brewing world. I'm really looking forward to getting rolling on that. I've got several others planned. Poirot is in the very near future. So that is our Belgian dark strong ale, and it is all of those. It is Belgian through and through. It is very dark, and it is exceptionally strong. So looking forward to that one.
How about Cane Madness?
Oh, nuts.
Does that need to be added to your list?
That needs to be added to the list.
Nice.
So yeah, gonna toss Cane Madness back on in there. That somehow wasn't on the list here, but it's about to be. I feel like that could go right after Raven Master here. So Cane Madness.
That one is definitely popular.
So they say. But yeah, Cane Madness will be making a comeback here eventually. Thank you for that reminder.
Of course.
What's new in the cider world?
Well, pressed on Saturday. Got pinatas. For half a second, I couldn't remember. So we got another round of pinata apples. We got a really standard quantity of a yield. But these apples have a lot more sugar in them. We're not sure if maybe they're last season apples, and so they've just some of the moisture has just seeped out of them naturally, and so there's just more concentrate, or what. But instead of being my usual like 7.2, 7.4, this is going to be 8.4.
8.4.
So, just part of the nature of the beast when you're in the craft industry.
Fruit is weird.
Yeah. I'm not terribly upset about it, but
neither will any of our customers be.
Yes. So half of this batch is going to be made into MD314, which I'm going to be putting into one of my bourbon barrels. That will probably be ready June, July, somewhere like that. The cider tends to pick up those flavors a lot quicker than the beer. Probably because cider is a pretty delicate flavor anyway.
Yeah.
The other half is going to be split between Saber of Windu and Up is Down. So we'll have our version of a pineapple cider coming back soon.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. We'll press again in a few weeks. And I'm looking at maybe doing another Cursed Castle. So that one I had on for a couple of weeks a few months ago, but it was a peach fig cider.
All right. That one was amazing.
That one turned out really well.
Yeah. I feel like the peaches could stand to be boiled or somehow to really bring out that flavor a little bit more.
I boiled the heck out of those
Did
peaches
you?
and figs.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Do what you did before.
So I know that one. I'm kind of getting an itch to create a new cider flavor, but I need to kind of sit down and look at what all I've made. And
kiwi.
That would be fun. Dragon fruit kiwi.
Oh, nice. That'd be ridiculous.
I found you can get frozen dragon fruit, so it kind of brings the price into a more reasonable range. So that's fun.
It's kind of hard when it's $900 per gallon to use dragon fruit.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
But the frozen stuff is
Frozen stuff is better.
yeah. So.
Well, and really that stuff, they like pick it fresh and then freeze dry it instantly on the
Mhm.
spot. So I mean, it's, you know.
Yeah. So that's cider.
Yay, we have another viewer.
Yay.
It's either Matt Weiser or Luke and Kaylee.
Okay, so that was beer and cider. Do we want to talk about charcuterie fixings?
We should talk about charcuterie fixings.
All right, so we're definitely going to have Shropshire Blue. We haven't had that one for a while, but as far as blue cheese goes, this one is pretty mild. It's a cheddar, so what you think of as cheddar, except they've given it the blue cheese treatment.
The blue cheese treatment.
I don't know.
Nice.
I'm not a cheesemonger. I don't know exactly how these things happen.
No, I'm quite certain they call it the blue cheese treatment. That's gotta be it.
But it's not like super blue cheesy, and it's got salt crystals, which are like my favorite. I love cheese that has salt crystals.
It's like
in it.
all the richness of a sharp cheddar,
yeah,
plus all the wonderful things of a blue cheese without the real nasty funk of a blue cheese. And then those salt crystals of a really aged cheese. It's all in one. It's just you can just eat that thing. In fact, maybe all of it doesn't need to go to the tap room. I mean, maybe it needs to be tested.
I mean,
for a customer's sake.
We really do need to test the product before we give it to people. So we bought this chunk of Shropshire specifically because Reese over at Nat 20 asked if we could.
He asked for, this. It was a very reasonable amount. And it was like, okay, that's cool. But what if I got this? Because that'd be way radder. And,
well, we knew that we could use it. We know it's fairly popular at the tap room.
Yeah.
So it was kind of one of those like, hey, if that happens to be on your shopping list, like, could I? Anyway, they made a what was it?
Sharp cheddar Shropshire cheese mac and cheese.
Apparently it's divine.
It's apparently richer than a butter sauteed lobster.
Yeah. No.
Butter braised?
No, butter something.
Something about butter and lobster, which is really hard to beat there. But so we're gonna have to steal that recipe from them sometime.
So we got the Shropshire. I can't remember the names of the other two.
They're long and probably French.
Or Italian.
Yeah, probably one or the other. Let's see what we've got here. No, that's the grain I just ordered a ton of. Thank you.
I said it right.
You did. Well done.
Yes, I know one is the Havarti because I was right. We did some on the Havarti.
Yep.
So this is
Saucigeon sec.
Yes. That is the
Saucion sec, maybe.
What kind of meat is that?
Coming up. Sit tight. Technology to the rescue.
When we sit down and decide, we're going through pages and pages and pages of different options. So it's really easy to read, 24 descriptions and then be like, wait, what did we get?
What? Okay, here we go. Made in the traditional French style by Fabriques Delices in the San Francisco Bay Area, this Saucion sec has a full, meaty texture and satisfyingly porky flavor of the real thing. Not to be confused with those fake pigs that they use in other meats. Seasoned with
spam is a thing.
But I repeat myself, seasoned with sea salt, pepper, and a little garlic. Not judging. It's simple and delicious. Slice it medium thick and serve it alongside Comté and a rich, more French words. So that one sounds...
some kind of nice wine.
Yeah, it's probably... It had a day in it, which means it's probably a wine.
Yes.
So
that's the meat. The Havarti is a really well thought out, well loved, handcrafted Havarti, but it is Havarti. So so we'll have the rich Shropshire, really like
a cheese you can just sit down and snack on.
Yeah, and then just a nice solid pork salami, basically. So that's going to be fun.
That's going to be really good. You slap all that on a pizza and...
Oops, there goes my timer. Sorry.
What does that timer mean?
That Wendy's done cleaning her room.
Oh, excellent. Sure, she'll figure that one out.
She's got an alarm going off in her room.
Good for her.
We still have the meat and cheese from last week. The little bits of it we're at the ends of it. So we'll be using that as well. But yeah,
there you have it.
Yeah.
We've still got loads of nacho stuff.
Yes.
So I mean, if you would like nachos, those are available.
Yes.
It's just kind of a good all around. I feel like we've settled in nicely.
I feel our nachos are really good.
Our nachos are great. They are really great.
Yeah.
Especially if you do with the flour chips. I mean, corn chips are great. They're nacho chips. I don't know what to tell you. But the flour chips just have that fluff about them. It just makes the whole experience really something. Yeah.
The flour chips are what we use standard. So if you order nachos, we're going to give you flour chips.
Unless we forget.
I don't forget. That's the only way I like the nachos. I mean, I like the corn chips. I will totally eat those. Did you forget?
Sometimes, unless I don't.
We also have Mama Torres's, I think they call them cinnamon sugar chips, but they're like churro chips. It's their flour chips, but they've dredged them in sugar and cinnamon.
It's like if you took an elephant ear and you broke it up into nacho size or tortilla sized pizzas.
Yeah, they're super good.
Really good. Yeah.
So
that's pretty much it for that.
Yeah.
So we do have potential leads on another new snacky item, but we're gonna fill that one out. So for the moment, feel teased. There is some potential new sausage bread like, almost a croissant item.
Oh, that's right.
Very German in heritage, which right away you should be thinking amazing food or amazing high performance cars. But in this case, food.
I mean, high performance cars and our kind of beer don't necessarily go hand in hand.
They 100% do not go together. But if you drive your high performance car home, take an Uber to where you're going to have our style of beers,
or come have our beers and a couple of waters and some food and take your time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that would be very that part of the world.
Yes.
You spend a very long time eating a very good many fancy things and a very good many wonderful things to drink. And then you leave perfectly fine because you've taken forever to eat a whole ton and drink a bit. And
yeah.
We're on the wrong side of the planet.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's okay. We've got good friends here. So.
We definitely do. I'm just mourning all of the years of like, shove food down your throat as quickly as possible and get back to things. Like, why can't we just like hang out?
But what if I had an entire table full of food and I ate like one toothpick full at a time and
over the course of 2 hours
while chatting with good people and enjoying a good drink? And you know what I really could go for now is a glass of water. I'm feeling a little parched, and you have that, and some more of this foie gras, and away you go. And 2 hours later, you finished your meal, and
you're satisfied.
What should we do now? Second lunch. Let us do second lunch together.
Oh yes.
That's gonna be lovely. That's gonna be the new world right there. I'll tell you what. So
events.
Yes.
So we've got trivia coming up tomorrow. This week's trivia is going to be just general trivia. So it could be board games or sports, like obscure sports, because we're obscure people, or travel or history or art or pop culture.
Ask yourself, what kind of nerds are Mark and Courtney? That's the kind of questions there's going to be there. So
I want to dive more into the extreme ironing.
Extreme iron.
I don't want to do it. I'm fascinated by the concept. So a few weeks ago, obscure sports was one of our themes, and I discovered the world of extreme ironing. And this is a sport where people they take an ironing board and a shirt and an iron and go iron. Like I saw pictures.
Like while skydiving.
Yeah. I saw pictures of people skydiving, mountain climbing. Some guy was strapped to the back of a New York taxi. Saw people scuba diving, kayaking, windsurfing.
Ironing while scuba diving, that seems like a really bad idea.
Yeah. I don't know how that one worked, but there were pictures of it, and it was on the internet, so obviously it was
must
true.
Be right. Need to have an American version of that. Bull riding.
No, it's worldwide. There's probably, I don't know, that could hurt the bull.
Correct. We don't want to do that.
Yes.
But
I mean, if some idiot goes and hurts
oh,
themselves,
one of
that's
those
one thing.
one of those
but...
stupid mechanical bulls in a bar.
Oh.
You could do it there.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Like the ones at the fair.
Like the ones at the fair. Oh.
Anyway, I don't know. So there might be something about extreme ironing on the trivia this week.
Which extreme sport will leave you with a very finely pressed shirt suitable for an interview in which you will not mention the extreme sports that you just took part in?
It depends on the interview.
This is true.
We've also started planning a week ahead for trivia. So I know we're doing James Bond, Avatar. I have a picture
and
of it.
Another one.
And a third one.
Here, the third one.
Let's see
We should do DuckTales.
Travel.
Why don't we do a DuckTales
we
trivia?
We should do a DuckTales.
Let's throw a DuckTales in trivia.
But that's not going to be the following week. That one's travel. See, I took pictures so that I could send the email out. So yeah, that's Travel, James Bond, and Avatar. Last Airbender, not James Cameron, Blue People.
Good movie.
Oh yeah.
Just not Avatar.
They're still working on the sequel.
Yep, cool. Blue People too. Alien, Blue People. No, Alien,
Blue Man
Uhura, Blue People too. Anything but Avatar.
I feel like just a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about how the Star Trek franchise, the new reboot Star Trek movie franchise was done.
Yeah.
It's not.
Really?
They are filming the fourth one.
Same general actors?
Yes.
Wow.
Because Zoe Saldana was quoted as saying that that filming feels different without...
I bet it does. Antoine...
Yeah. I can't remember his last name.
God rest him. I forget his name. But yeah, I bet it feels fantastically different. I will be curious to see how they pull that trick off.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll bring in a new actor or if they're going to do some kind of like tribute to him, bring a new character.
Being a new universe, I hope they really give him a proper send off. I understand it would have to be with whatever it's called when you
the deep fake.
Yeah, I understand it would have to be deep fake, but I really hope they do some kind of send off to him where he either gets some promotion or he gets his ideal assignment, or he gets to go off into the sunset.
Happens.
Yeah, where fans are left going, that is what he would have done.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
which I bet they could.
Well, the last Star Wars movie, they were able to have General Leia, even though Carrie Fisher had passed.
True. This is true.
So
they could 100%. They could do it.
So you can absolutely work in a character.
Technologically, they could do it.
I'm not talking even technologically, like storyline wise.
True. Yeah.
They could absolutely work something where they don't even necessarily do a deep fake. They just write it in such a way, I just hope they really do right by him. Yeah, because that'd be, if that's all, if the rest of the plot sucked, but they really gave a great homage to that to him, that would be phenomenal. I would watch that. I would buy that. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. So all that was extra. Our gift to you.
Yay, that was free.
That was free. General trivia this week. Travel, James Bond, and Avatar the following week.
And then DuckTales.
And yes, I think probably then DuckTales. At least for one of the categories.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't suppose it's so widely known that we could do an entire DuckTales trivia, but
and then we'd have to make sure and clarify. Are we going to pull from the classic and the new, or just the new, or just the classic?
I think it would have to be both, but we would have to specify in each question.
I am a huge fan of the new. I think everybody knows that by that point that we are big fans of the new one.
No kidding. Which three characters did not have distinct personalities until recently?
Oh, I mean, that could be a lot of them, actually. Because, Webby and...
gosh.
oh, my gosh. Her grandmother.
Mrs. Beakley.
Mrs. Beakley, thank you. They didn't have very distinct.
Mrs. Beakley was pretty distinct.
Okay,
she was that.
Sure.
She was that really scandalized British.
But she was about as deep as a puddle.
She was, but she was a whole lot deeper than the triplets,
This
who were
is
like
true.
3 copies of the exact same character.
This is true.
Until the reboot.
Yes. Okay.
Duckworth was honestly the best.
Yeah. Okay, so we got a lot of events coming up this year, which we're super excited about. We did go ahead and volunteer for the Bourbon and Bacon event, which is going to be held in an air hangar. And
in an air hangar. Okay.
Yeah, I told you that.
That is very much possibly something you said.
It is something I said. Let me see what I can pull
Is that
up.
out in Phelps Field?
No, I don't think so.
There are no other air hangars nearby.
Historic Flight Foundation. I don't know where that is. But it is going to support Teen and Kids Closet.
Sweet.
Which is providing clothing for underprivileged kids and teens.
Do it.
So yeah, super cool.
This is the Bardic way.
This is the way. It's another Sips and Bites. So you buy your tickets, you get to hang out in a hangar, air hangar.
You get to see airplanes.
Yeah, maybe I don't know if there's airplanes gonna be.
You get to see spots where airplanes might go.
I'm looking over all the vendor stuff, which doesn't necessarily help when I'm trying to like give a blurb about it.
We're going to have a tablecloth. In case you all wanted to know.
This inaugural event will feature bourbon and breweries while enjoying bacon-themed food from our area's top chefs, as well as music from the local band The Rising. So, I mean, that sounds pretty
I don't know what you want in life, but that's got to be close.
Yeah. And this is the first time that they've held it. So it's Saturday, April 30th from noon to 4.
Let's see. Bourbon, bacon, local music, supporting a decent cause for children. Yeah. Let me think about that one.
Yeah.
It's like even if you're a vegetarian, you could totally rock that thing.
Let's see. Tickets are on sale. You can be a DD. And your ticket's $45, or you can want to drink.
Better get a hell of a lot of Diet Pepsi for that price.
Well, you get the food still.
Oh, the food, yes, of course.
So it's not all alcohol.
It's like a bacon and bacon event at that point, which is very much worth the price at that point.
Yeah, and then you can also get the drinks, and that's $75. If you pre-buy tickets, which we can we'll try to find a link and post. And then at the door, it's $65 and $95. So well worth it. Supports a wonderful cause.
For just an event in which you get to enjoy those things, those are good prices.
Yeah.
But getting to enjoy those things and support a really great cause, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I'm planning on bringing Health Potion. You're planning on bringing...
when is that one?
April 30th. I think you said ish.
I 100% will bring ish. I will probably also be bringing
Raven Master.
Bourbon and Baker. No, probably not Raven Master. Yes, absolutely Raven Master and ish. Yep. So Raven Master and ish will be coming to that as well.
Nice. Oh yes, because I already sent her the email. So that's what you're bringing.
Yep. We got the Raven Master brewed. It turned out great.
Yay. So that one's gonna be fun. That's the one that's coming up the soonest. We've got more coming down the line, and we'll keep talking about those. I'm excited. I'm so excited for events this year.
Oh my gosh, we've got so many events.
We do.
We have already at least 4, possibly 5, maybe even 6 events lined up this year. This is gonna be a fun year.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a really fun year.
Speaking of raising money though, so we get reports from the Square POS that we use every day saying what, top items sold, all that, the businessy kind of stuff.
Business.
9 out of 10 times, Health Potion is our top seller. It's
by a lot.
Yeah.
By a lot.
Except for this week. Because you guys
are awesome.
Are amazing, and you're coming and buying all of our Singularity to support Ukraine. So thank you guys for that. We are on the last bit of the last keg.
We're on the fumes of the last keg. If there's another pint, I'll be surprised.
See, you say that, and then it just like miraculously keeps.
I know,
pouring.
I said that, but the last time I shook the keg, I didn't even hear anything inside it shaking.
Oh.
It was more like, and there wasn't anything. So I'll be really surprised if anything comes out of that tap soon. But who knows? I mean, we've seen weirder in history, so. Could be another 18 pints come out of that thing. Who's to say?
Long story short, though, we haven't run the numbers yet, but we're estimating about $200.
At least 200, yeah.
So,
and that's you guys just saying, "Heck yeah, I'm going to support this country I've never been to." You guys are awesome.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
So
we're really
plus the president's rat. He's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, he is a comedian and actor, so
well, he's killing it right now. That guy is fantastic. I support him on principle and also out of hilarity. I support the Ukraine on like at least 2 fronts, maybe even 3. I think that's fantastic.
So
I cannot be over there actually doing anything, but I can send money over there. So
the people who are actually there,
I'm going to send money over there.
Yeah.
So figure, if you can't do one thing, do another, and if you do what you can do.
Yeah.
And in this case, this is what we can do. So
and if everybody does what they can do, world's a better place.
I have had so many people come in specifically
Yeah.
just for that.
Yep.
I've had people come in that don't even like Singularity. And they're like, can I just give you money or something instead?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. I'll write it down in my notebook. I've had people's, what I really wanted was health potion, but can I buy like a tablespoon of Singularity and you give $1? Yes, I'll write that down. Away you go.
Yep.
We've had good people. I mean, we've had
Which is no shock. We have good people in the tap room.
Soldiers, mechanics, people that just work at Starbucks. I mean, everybody and their dog coming in, and we haven't had a dog yet, which surprises me a little bit.
Well, but most of the people that have dogs, they're not service animals. And but
I am a little surprised that we haven't had somebody come in. This is on behalf of my service animal. I'm supporting the Ukraine, and so are they. You guys are just unreal, amazing. Yeah. Thank you for being you.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
this is gonna be a quick one.
So happy we're doing what we're doing.
I know. This has actually really inspired us to just kind of keep the love going. So we were talking yesterday, and I think we agreed that we're just going to keep this up. We're going to, every month, we're going to choose some new, really awesome cause and some drink that is maybe associated, something like maybe a health potion would support like Doctors Without Borders or something.
Nice.
Oh, that
is
cool.
My dad, Dennis, says in the comments, we went to the symphony Sunday afternoon because that's my parents. They go to symphonies and stuff. And they opened with the Ukrainian national anthem. Everyone stood for it.
That's so
rightly
cool.
So.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's what good people do.
Saturday Night Live started I think it was their most recent episode with a group of Ukrainian, Ukrainian, either like they've immigrated to the U.S. or their family, whatever, choir singing the national anthem.
See, when you look for who I forget,
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers. I forget the full quote.
I remember.
Please state the full quote because it moves me to tears every time I hear it.
I can't say it like word for word, but when he was a child, his.
You want me to look it up?
No. His mom. He as a child, when he would see scary things like on the news, his mom would tell him, "Don't focus only on the scary things. Always look for the helpers because they will always be there.
Look for the good people." And
you guys are the good people.
We've got a ton of them coming into our tap room. And if we're coming into some small little tap room on some small little nondescript strip mall, that means there's a lot of good people out there.
Yep.
Look for them.
Yep.
That's
so we're going to keep giving you guys opportunities to show how awesome you guys are, because you guys are. So
when one of my good friends growing up, Her name was Megan, and she got married. And I went to her wedding, and her dad, wonderful man, gave the most beautiful father of the bride speech you've ever heard. But he was moved to tears because A, he was a great dad, and B, it was a beautiful wedding. It was everything you could ever want in a wedding. But I went with him to go get the keg for that, and this was new to me. I'd never been to a brewery, never seen a keg in my life, had no idea what this weird tap pump thing was. But we got it all out there. I was a little scandalized, but not a whole lot that they were drinking beer, but a little bit. But it was still kind of cool. But he gave his toast with a glass of beer. And so he was giving his whole toast, and he was just praising both groom and bride, because he's a fantastic man, too, up one side and the other. And he's getting really teary-eyed. He's getting to the point where he just can't anymore. And so he finishes with, "So I drink beer."
And that was it?
Just wrapped the whole thing. It's just wonderful things about my 2 children that I now have, and I'm all teary-eyed. "So I drink beer to them in their honor." And I can't even remember everything he said, but that is my go-to now when I get all teary-eyed. "So I drink beer to you people, to you, Ukraine, to all the good people in the world.
Yes.
Here's a glass."
So
I would not be shocked in the least if the Ukrainian president had a Twitter account, and we should probably tweet him like right now saying how much we support him, and we're currently he's got bigger things to worry about than checking his stupid Twitter. He's a good man. He's probably not online at all. But when it comes to the end of this, and he finally goes back,
he's got some aid or somebody.
I want some aid to get a smile saying these weirdos over in America are cheering to us right now.
Yes.
Anyway, so that's that.
So yes.
So I drink beer.
But we're gonna keep this love train going. So
absolutely. We'll find something. Maybe we'll keep the Ukraine thing going for a little while.
Yeah.
I mean, old books, that's vaguely European, and that's kind of within a stone's throw of Ukraine. So there you go. That's
yeah. Ellen 6, she would absolutely have supported Ukraine.
An android would have 100% said Ukraine is in the right. We should support them.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like we've got all kinds of opportunities.
Yeah. Or, just because.
I was in a particularly snarky mood one night.
No.
I know. It seems odd. It doesn't seem like me, but I just kind of dreamt up this quote. I mean, if I had to put it in my own words because of who I am.
I want to know who you sent it to.
Myself. And it says something to the effect of, vindicate the weak and the fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and the destitute. Rescue the weak and the needy. Save them from the hand of the wicked. And that was probably somebody. Probably. I don't know who said that. Might have been God. It's hard to say. But it's really difficult to say. Anybody could have said that quote. But, I figure that's not a bad stance to take as Bardic.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so.
I think that lands really well, I think, with Bardic. Yeah.
So that's the events.
Yes. Well, no, we kind of segued from events. We did kind of segue
from events.
That could be a new part of Bardic Tales. As we continue this, like this week, you guys donated X amount to this cause. That would be really great.
That's pretty cool.
Like, to the end of your Monday.
Here's what Bardic, the community, just did this week.
Yeah, because it's not us. I mean, we're facilitating.
We do facilitate it, which you do need a facilitator sometimes.
But it's you guys that are coming in and being like, yeah, I'll go for that.
Yeah, you guys are the ones saying, I'm on board with this. Let's make it happen. And then we make it happen. And that's cool.
Yeah.
That'll preach.
Random recommendation.
Random recommendation of the week.
Oh, darn it. I had one until I said that. Seriously.
My random recommendation of the week is the D&D mod called Humblewood.
Yes.
It is.
I got it right here. I remember what mine is too.
It is what would you call it? A variation, a modification, what do they say on the cover there? A
campaign setting.
A campaign.
It brings in new classes and races, It's a whole, it's its own campaign.
It is the D&D structure.
Yes.
So the basic
5e
rule,
compatible.
right? 5e compatible. So the basic rules, the basic gameplay, how you kind of get by in things. It is that. But it introduces a whole new set of characters. Some of them are bird type humanoids. Some of them are just regular humanoids. Some of them are, as you saw, very much Rocket Raccoon humanoids.
Well, that was Jeff.
That was Jeff, who in the campaign we are currently playing is the one. Oh no! Yeah, he is the one who manufactures all of my musical instruments, as
Mark's
I am the bard of the group.
Which our campaign sheets also, by the way, are super cool.
The great thing about these is
we colored them. As we were building our characters, we were coloring.
The official sheets for the campaign are coloring sheets. So while you're building your character, you get to color the sheets. And I think we probably spent at least a solid, hour?
Oh, probably more than
hour,
that.
2, maybe.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, building characters and mostly coloring. And our friends had the most epic colored pencil set ever.
You can see, I mean, the art is adorable. It's so much fun.
Oh my gosh. We have spent more time laughing hysterically than we have actually playing.
Our party has a slime.
Oh, a sticky slime.
A slime of burden.
A slime of burden. So these particular sticky slimes were...
I love the art. It's so beautiful.
They were bred to be beasts of burden. And so it's a slime. It just kind of sticks to things and absorbs them. It should be in there somewhere. I think the sticky slime is in there somewhere.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
Watch the video.
Yes, you can, baby girl. But this particular slime, it's about cow-sized. Its name is Bob.
We're kind of homebrewing it.
We're homebrewing it a little bit. But this character is unbelievably useful and helpful. Carries all of our tools for us. We just kind of stick them to the slime while we go along, and he's proved
this one's a lot more dark than Bob, but
he has proved immensely helpful in battle. Oh, there he is. There's Bob.
There's Bob.
So
that's Bob right there.
Yeah. Bob proper has a little bit more green tint to him, but that's
like a friend of Bob.
That's vaguely Bob-esque, but. That's the campaign. It is it's hilarious. It is.
I'm playing a hummingbird, like a humanoid, but it's a hummingbird.
You are rocking a hummingbird is what you're doing.
Oh yes, this is what we used for Bob and while we were in a battle. I'm really proud of the battle that we did. So we're all fluffy characters. None of us are tanks. And so
the bard is the tankiest of the whole party, and that should not be so.
I'm a druid. So we come along, we're going along the path, and we come amongst some bandits attacking somebody, and I'm hopping through the trees. And so I beeline it to the bandit leader, and I start by throwing a fireball at her, and then next round I jump out of the tree with my quarterstaff, two-handed, just
screeching like a fennec fox.
Yes, because I was raised by fennec foxes.
So you need to go onto YouTube right now and look up baby fennec fox, and then just go all night long.
And then look up fennec fox scream. It's adorable.
It's the most adorable thing in the world. There are those cute little foxes that have ears about this big,
because they live in deserts, and that's how they release their heat is through their ears.
Which, God bless evolution. That's the best way to get rid of heat in the desert. Panting's fine, but magnificent ears are the way to go. So
I swing down and I round with my quarterstaff, and then hop right back up into the
because you have wings and you can fly too.
Hop right back up into the tree, and so I just kept dive bombing from random angles out of this tree, and I was so happy.
Imagine being attacked by a hummingbird.
Yes. It was was so good.
The whole time while this cow-sized slime is trying to grab onto your companions and hold on to them.
I mean, you guys held your own. You
We
guys,
did, we did
you did
great, but you did
fantastic.
fantastic too. I feel like we're making a fantastic party here. So
we are. We really, really are.
all that to say, that is my recommendation of the week.
Yes.
Humblewood. Definitely look it up, buy it. Don't even think twice about
Just do it.
Find some friend that can DM for you or do it yourself. It's
Yep.
wow.
My random recommendation is crocheting because I have a little bit of ADHD when it comes to like anything.
You have ADHD.
I crocheted Giuseppe years ago. I'm right now in the middle of crocheting myself a oh, thank you, Wendy. This pile of look at this yarn. It's so cool. It's all one strand, but the color changes.
They get
Anyways.
those from different species of sheep.
Yes, that's
Orange
exactly
sheep,
what happens.
purple sheep, maroon sheep, pink sheep.
But you can see it's going to be a cardigan eventually. So like that's the back, and I've got one of the panels up front.
Have you already
Done.
one? But you're just working on another?
Yes. I already have a cardigan. You guys see me wear it all the time because it's my favorite thing. So I'm making myself another one.
That's
So
gonna look so good on you. That's so
Yeah.
you.
thank you. But yes, I've been crocheting for years. This is Giuseppe. He holds my dice. So the legs are held together or held onto the body with buttons, and then my dice are there they go.
50.
Yeah.
That's not bad for D4 actually.
Yeah. So
D4s are the most wicked dice in the world.
especially
You think
when
stepping
lose
on a
one.
Lego is awful? Wait till you step on a metal D4.
Have you done that yet?
Yeah,
Oh, that sounds fun.
I might have cursed a little.
Might have.
Might have curled your hair with curses.
Oh, no, when did that happen?
It was a long time ago, but
You poor thing.
that was through socks.
Oh.
Yeah.
So anyway, I will my random recommendation is learning how to crochet. I learned how to knit once. So, I mean, so like I like you learn how to speak French in high school. I did that with knitting, and it wasn't as fun. Although I kind of want to pick it back up, try it again now. Anyway, so crocheting.
Is that
It's practical and
is
fun.
that a Cthulhu cardigan?
Cthulhu card. That would be fun.
That you
I could do.
What
like
if you put little tendrils on the bottom of it?
Well, it's got a border, but maybe like at
But
the
you
edge
could
of the
add on
border. Yeah.
Just little tentacles coming down off the whole border.
Or I could add a hood, and there could be like tentacles.
Just lift it
off
up.
the- I was thinking off of the back. But, yes. So definitely crocheting. It's immensely relaxing once you like get down how to do it. It's kind of frustrating to learn at first. But once you figure out how to do it, it's one of those things that you can just kind of mindlessly do. So I've watched Free Guy and Thor Ragnarok while making this. And various YouTube videos, and just
This has been like your quiet place.
this kind of has been. So the way my brain works is I am absolutely like bent towards our artistic pursuits, but it changes, and it can just change randomly. And so I was scrolling through TikTok a couple of weeks ago, and just randomly, like I had opened it up, and the first video on the For You page, so it's not the people I'm following, just some random person, was this gal crocheting a cardigan. And it was just like, I have to pull out my hooks again. I haven't crocheted in years, right? Like, when was the last time you saw me crochet?
It's been quite a while.
Yeah.
At least a couple years.
Yeah. And so it was just like, I gotta crochet again. That's just how my brain works.
I love you so much.
I
You're
love
so
you.
beautiful to me.
So
I love you for your brain. Also, you're hot.
how about a broader random recommendation is take what you're interested in and what you're passionate about and do it.
No kidding.
And don't let
right?
people tell you like, okay, so artists, like got my degree in art. Don't let people tell you, well, like, what are you going to do with that? You can't make money from it. Like, so what?
Right? I mean, we opened a small business. I was a programmer.
He left a very lucrative programming position
money.
to be an entrepreneur.
I'm gonna go start a small business. Yeah, no. Do what makes you happy. Obviously, put food on the table.
Yes.
Obviously. But do what makes you happy and do not feel bad about it.
And if you can make the thing that you're passionate about also make you money, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be, but like it doesn't have to be.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be you, basically.
If the world shared its food and its art, I feel like we would be a million times better off than what we are.
If people were just allowed to be who they are,
right?
And not have to prove themselves,
Yep.
not have to meet standards.
You don't have to fit into this mold.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this thing. You just, who are you? That's cool.
If we could just be curious about each other instead of super judgmental. Like, I mean, there are obviously exceptions. I'm super judgmental of Putin right now. Like, wrong things. But that's pretty extreme.
That's
you know?
This is a vaguely family show, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, our children are right over there.
Okay. So there is a gesture, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with, which I will not illustrate in front of my children or on a family show. But if you can imagine that gesture right now, I want better for the man.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
He could be better. You're ruling literally the largest country on the planet. You do better.
Yes.
And right now you're not. And so that way is up. If you know what I'm saying.
An interesting tidbit about Hitler is he strove to be an artist first. Like, imagine if he had been allowed to be an artist. He would have made some really messed up art.
Would have been screwed up.
Yeah. But like, maybe it could have been something that was revolutionary and world changing in a really positive way. Even if it was just that, like, kind of like self-reflective, like, I don't want to be that, you know. I don't know. I'm a cider maker.
Yeah, what do we know? We make alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's pretty good alcohol.
It is pretty good, actually. Can I see that again?
See what?
Your whole knitting thing. Crocheting thing. I'm sorry. Yes. So, for science, then explain that, Dad. Okay.
It's called dye.
That's a bad word. It's called orange sheep. And that's a maroon sheep right there.
It's called stain.
That's a yellow sheep right there. And that's kind of a silverish. It's borderline mauve.
No. That's not pink enough to be mauve. That's like periwinkle.
Lilac.
Periwinkle.
Light colored lilac at best.
Periwinkle.
All right, I'll take periwinkle. This is science right here. So
all right.
I love you, Dad.
We should probably wrap this up.
We should wrap this up.
Moral of the story. You guys are amazing. We appreciate you to the ends of the earth.
You guys are all great. Thank you for letting us be us.
Yes.
Thank you for being you.
Yes. Continue to be you. Have a great week. We hope to see you. We're going to continue supporting Ukraine this week.
Yep.
At least till the cake blows, and then we'll figure it out.
I kind of feel like if the cake blows, maybe we fudge it a little bit and we slip one other beer or cider in there.
I'm fine with that. I'm not going to be like, no.
We should come up with the most outrageous. I'm pretty sure the president of Ukraine has eaten a coconut at some point in his life. Therefore,
Belgium exists.
Yeah, I feel like we should really fudge another one in there. Yeah. He would appreciate that.
I mean, so would the Ukrainian people.
I mean,
and the Russian people who are so against what their government is
the millions
doing.
and millions of good Russian people who think that what their government is doing is straight trash and they really hate it. which is like a majority of the country, God bless them
Yes.
and support them
Oh,
too. Which is
another-
why, fun fact, which is why we continue to call Singularity a Russian Imperial Stout, despite the very good recommendations that we change it to a Ukrainian Imperial Stout, which is nonsense. No such thing exists. But the spirit is there, good
Mhm.
heart behind the things. We called it a Russian Imperial Stout because
continued to call it.
the heart of Russia, the majority of Russia, does not support that tyrant's actions, and I
Mhm.
wanted to respect that. We
Yeah.
wanted to respect that. These are good people who love good people who happen to have a tyrant in charge right now.
I mean, it's not like every country at some point in their history hasn't gone through some kind of phase like this.
It's almost like America hasn't had some trash leadership at some point in its history, and yet the majority of the people here are pretty decent people.
You guys being prime examples of that.
Yeah, so we wanted to support that, but I kind of feel like coconuts. I mean,
The whole thing is kind of nuts.
the whole thing is kind of nuts, and I really, really,
All right.
really want to find their president on Twitter right now, but we'll
are
get there. So
digressing.
yes, but we're
So-
at an hour past, or we're on time. So
Oh wow, we made it to an hour.
we
I
made
did not
it.
expect that tonight. So thank you guys.
digress.
You guys are amazing. We love all of you. We hope to see you soon. Trivia is tomorrow. General trivia.
Is there any Boga coming up soon?
No.
Okay,
Boca
good.
is on break until summer.
That
So,
makes sense. That makes
just-
sense.
Put that out there. So
Love you guys. Bye. And we're